Good morning, comrade subscribers. So let's get this done, shall we? So these are the two original 5¼ inch 360k half height drives. I've taken the front off to armor all them, so I'll put them back on. I've noticed one issue with how the mechanism works. So based on the jumpers, this is, let me get my pointer. So they're both jumpered as drive 1, but you can see here we've got the Terminator is on this one. So this is actually the second drive, I believe. And this is drive A. So you can see it's still jumpered as drive 1, but we don't have the Terminator on it, so that's drive 1. But I've noticed an issue. I've noticed two issues actually. So on the original drive A, which is, I know, working because I've booted off it, but since I've had it out, this mechanism here is not working. So the way it should work is, I don't know if you can see it, it goes down when you put the drive in, when you put the disc in, and then move the light, and then when you go to push the disc out, you can see it clicks there and then goes up, and you've got that like kind of leaf thing on the side, and it goes up and it should stop there. The problem is it's going a bit too high, which means this mechanism is going over there where it shouldn't be. So if you go to put the floppy disk in again, see it's not moving. Compare it to this one, and you can see that it has actually stopped there. So this is actually working. Put the disc in, put the disc out. Disc in, disc out, disc in, disc out. Whereas the original one, drive A, is we're stuck. So, and we're also, I've noticed that that was missing this kind of copper on the top of the head. So I'm not sure why this mechanism, unless, there's a spring in there which I can't see because the camera's not focusing. I don't know if you can, there's a spring there. Maybe the spring is just out of alignment. The spring looks okay. Anyway, so I'm planning to make this, so I'm planning to not use that one, and I want to put in a 3½ inch drive. So this is, it's a high density 1.44, but you know, it does work with 720k drives. And also I've got a caddy for it, so I should be able to stick it in. Unfortunately, yeah, the colour's not right. I do actually have some 720k drives on my Amstrad PPC 640 portables, but they don't have this interface. They've got a thin film interface, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, so obviously I can't use my cable. Oh, actually, I do have a spare cable? Oh, no, I can actually make my own cable, don't I? Can't I? Maybe. I've got edge connectors. I could actually make... So you can actually buy a little converter board. I'll put a link in the description. So you can actually buy a converter board that'll convert this to an edge connector. So you can use the original floppy drive cable. Let me just get that. So here's the original cable for the two 5 1/4 inch drives. And really is kind of squished. So floppy drive controller. So yeah, I think that's drive A, wasn't it? Drive A, and then drive B or something like that after the twist. I have to check. So what else have I got? So I've got, okay, if I didn't have this caddy, then I've got these. I've got a bunch of these. So these will convert a 3 1/2 inch to a 5 1/4 inch. Unfortunately, you don't have the face here, but it'll do the job if I didn't have that. So that's cool. I've got spare edge connectors, 34-pin edge connectors. So if I wanted to make a new cable, I could, rather than reuse this one. So basically what I want to do, I guess, is that goes on the floppy controller, because we've got an edge connector on the floppy controller. And then if I want this to be drive A, then I should, are these 34? No, they're 40 pin, aren't they? I thought they were 34 pin. Where are my 34 pin? They're 40, aren't they? Da-da-da. Yeah, that's too wide. All right, hang on. Right, I think I know what to do now. I think I understand. So what we want to do is we want this one. Okay, so there's nothing on this, is there? So I think what we do is we want to use this as the second drive, because that's working. So at the moment it is the second, no, terminated. No, this is the first drive actually, because it's terminated. According to this, physical drive 0 is we've got second drive select, which we do, drive select 1, and it's terminated. So it's after the twist. So floppy controller, drive 2, drive 1. Yep. So this was floppy A. Okay, and reverse actually. Floppy B. So this is where I get confused. So we've got the twist there. Pin 1. Okay, pin 1 isn't actually marked on this cable with a red. Pin 1 is this side. All right, pin 1. Pin 1. This is drive B. So I want to keep that how that is. I want to do the twist. So I might even be able to squeeze the connector in almost. If I wanted to reuse this, I could almost just about squeeze it in there and hook it on like that. What do you reckon? Rather than making my own cable. So that's pin 1 there, so I want it to go on. Oh, is it? Which way does it go around? Because it doesn't really matter, does it? As long as it goes on like that, I assume. So, or I could make my own cable. I've got 2 edge connectors. Try and make my own. I think I may have done before. Oh no, that's kind of broken. I don't think I might need to buy a new one, actually. All right, I've got all sorts of weird cables. So this actually I think is from the 5155, the portable PC. And I've remade it. So the only problem with the these ones is that they don't have the little kind of notch that keys the right way in. So you're just gonna have to make sure you put it on the right way. So definitely goes on like that, pin 1 at the top, and then drive 0 after the twist. So I've got some 50-way cable. So I'll make it 34-way. Let's get these drawers out of the way. Okay. Do. Okay. Pin 1 up the top. How is this labelled? Pin 1 there. So that goes there. I think this is 50-way, so I'll only take 16 off. Anyway, let me get this to size. So this is the easy one. This is the one that goes on the controller. So pin 1 there, pin 1 there. So I do actually have a, but I don't know. I just maybe vice is easier, to be honest. It's all very fiddly. This doesn't have any numbering on it. Just want it to confuse things. Make it a bit longer. It says 21 on it, but I don't know why. So so I don't know if this is any easier using the crimping tool. Let's make sure it's all straight. It's all straight. I don't want to. It's kind of looking straight there, isn't it? Okay. So that goes on the floppy drive. Yep, floppy controller. And then we've got the twist at the before the end here. So what's that? Drive select or something, isn't it? So that plugs in. That plugs in there. I won't get confused. So yeah, pin 1 up the top there. Oh yeah, that's still pin 1 up the top. Okay, right. So I want this because the second drive is going to be the 5 1/4 inch. So it's going to go on like that. So I want to do the same. So I got these from a specialty supplier. And now, of course, if I wanted to, I could flip that back around, but I don't want to because I want it to come straight out like that. It would be nice to have the strain relief. So if I did put the strain relief on, then I'd just be coming back that way anyway, wouldn't I? So it's better off just going just straight out. Of course, the question is how far. Have I made this too short now? Probably. Because the thing is, we've got the two drives. We've got to bear in mind that that one's plugging into there. Oh, it might be enough. How far away is it? And that one's plugging into there, so that needs to have enough extra space. So really I should do that one first. So I need to do the twist. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pin 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So okay, 10th pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be there, should it? Da 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 da. Yep. Quinkabalion. Oops, Cox, Nelia. These cool. Set time 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like so. So that'll be the IDC connector. So this is where it gets a bit annoying. So also it's keyed as well. I'll use this one. So it needs to go in with the key at the bottom there. It needs to go in like that. So I assume it's to go in like that. Pin 1 on the right hand side. Although in this case it is pointing the same way as the floppy connector. So this is why I find I just can't figure this out. So we want it down. So this is pointing the same way as the floppy connector, like that, which means that'll plug in like that with the little key on the bottom. All right, shall we try? Shall we try this again? So for the IDC connectors, it's got a little notch for the key. So it does sit in there like that. Okay. The other thing is, yeah, I wish it just had like a stand so you could just, you know, have it on a stand. I should maybe make one. That would be good. Having it on a stand would, you know, give you a bit more of a free hand. So we want it to go on. So it plugs in like that. I hate doing these because I'm always going to do it wrong. I'm always pretty sure I'm going to do it wrong. So actually what I want to do is put this on there first. No, it's gone down too far. So fiddly. There. So this is where maybe using a vise would be easier. Actually, sticky tape would probably help. All right, anyway, this is dragging on. Let me just try and fiddle this out first. Will this help? So I want it to go on like that. Oh man, I hate doing this. I should just get that converter plug. All right, let's commit. Okay. What do you reckon? So it'll go up like that, okay. It is done. Don't get too much of the tape. No, I can pull it off, okay. Okay, so hopefully, whoops, sorry. Floppy drive controller, 3.5-inch drive. Stacked like that. So that goes into there. Like so. Which means that this needs to be at least to there. Like so. And then that goes off like that. So on this one, so what are we talking about? We're talking about probably about here. Out there. Okay. This is why the strain relief would be handy. I want to break it. Ugh. Anyway, let me get this off. I ended up putting strain relief on that IDC one. Now I'm just going to do the edge connector one for physical drive 1. So it's nice and straight. Okay, so that I think matches the original drive floppy controller cable. So we've got controller there, we've got drive B here, and then we've got after the twist. It's flipped over because of the strain relief, but we've got it like that for the 3.5 inch drive. Let's see if it works after all of this. Oh, see, that's the problem. See, now it's okay. So if you just, the problem with this latch is if you just, see? So I don't know if it's, so I don't know how to adjust that other one so that it's, there, now it's okay. Yeah, I should pull it apart to work on that rust, but I don't want to, you're going to have to recalibrate it, and I don't know how to do that. God damn it. That's why I want to get the compact flash hard drive in so I can just copy files onto that. I don't need to use the floppy. Alright. Okay, leave it like that. Okay. Right, let's get these installed and see what it does. Right, sorry if I don't know if I had my microphone on in the last bit, but I fixed the problem. I realised that the front fascia wasn't on, so that was causing this to go up too high. So that's the known working. So I will remove the Terminator strap from that one. That one could be working, I don't know. Move it onto this one. So this will be drive B now. It was drive A. And then like that. Okay. Wondering what these were for. I'm wondering, I think maybe it was for holding the second drive up. So let's see. Yeah, because don't forget, this chassis was designed for a single 5.25 inch full height drive, not really designed to have two drives in the one bay. So we need some sort of mechanism to be able to hold this, to secure the second drive. So the question is, does it go, do we have them both on one side? I think I might have one on each side. Okay, not sure if I've got enough screws, but they are metric M3, so I can just use some brand new screws. So let's try this. Anyway, I'll screw this on, you don't need to watch it. Right, one strap on either side. Would be nice to have one at the back as well, but I don't have a second one. Although it's just a bit of metal, I could maybe, maybe later, maybe later. So that goes in here. Of course, it's not going to go in because of my screws. Oh, fuck. So maybe it was only done on that side then. Maybe the bottom one was secured. Yeah, all right. Because you can see here, not going to go in. So maybe it went in first. Maybe the drives went in. First one goes in, bottom one goes in, next one goes in, then they use this on this side. maybe. Okay. Right, let's see. So I've got, looks like it went in like that. Yeah, it looks like it went in like that. And it's secured. Oh, well done, Brett. It's secured both. Can I get it out? Ah, vittu. So this is why I do these videos, so you don't make my same mistakes. Okay, where were we? Okay. Like that, like that. This should be, well, I might need a longer screw now. Slightly longer screw. And all the small ones migrate to the bottom of the, that one's a bit longer. Okay. Is that too long though? No, it should be all right. So, okay, found the hole. Fuck's sake. Anyway, let me get this done. Okay, finally. I think that's how it was. Yeah, can't do anything on the other side, although I probably could have drilled some holes in to this center thing here. I could have drilled some holes in there. Anyway, seems, oh, it's heavy. It's getting heavy again. There we go. Seems okay. Right, so the only thing now is, obviously, I need a little converter plug for the power, so I've got plenty of those. Let's stick all the cards back in. And see if it works. I'm not terribly happy with how I've got this cable. It's, well, I had to move the drive forward just to fit it in, but pin 1 is on that side, so it's a bit weird. So I've got to kind of flip over. Although if I took, yeah, probably it's because it's because I've got that bloody strain relief on there, isn't it? Otherwise, it's just a bit, just fits in, so I probably could have made it a bit longer. It's just kind of a bit, there, stop. And then that goes onto the floppy controller. Yeah, all right, well, let's see. All right, I'm not too happy with the cabling, but I think it's right, but let's see. So I'm going to lift this up. So we've got hard drive connected back in. We've now got a 3.5 inches as drive A and a 5.25 inches drive B. We've just got MDA MDA display adapter, or monochrome display adapter, MDA display adapter. It's like saying pin number, isn't it? Floppy controller, hard drive controller, 256K, and just the new BIOS in there. I've got some replacements actually for those. So that's one of the original rusty ones. So I've just got some new ones, so I'm going to put those in there. Let's give it a try. Go down there. How's that? Okay. We've got skylights in the kitchen here, so. Oh, yeah, okay, display's working. zoom in there. Sorry, it's probably should go back down to the garage. All right, hard drive. Whoops, sorry. Hard drive's working. So it boots. Got 256K, which is what we expect. Okay, so I don't have a 3.5-inch floppy disk, but let's just try A. Oh, lights on. So I was trying to find a floppy. That's good. Sorry, gonna do that. Is that better? All right, so let's fail that, and let's see. Oh. Ah, no, it's not picking up drive B. Yeah, it's still going back to drive A. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that. Maybe my cabling is wrong. But that's not a problem. As long as drive A is working, then maybe I can copy some stuff onto the hard drive. Cool. Let's go back to C. One thing I forgot, is there a park? There we go. Always park these old hard drives before you move them. Okay, so I might put the top cover on so it's all back, and then try and load something from drive A. Okay, so here's the end result. Looking so much better than it was. You've got to look at the first video to compare it, but this was, keyboard was pretty grubby, case was all rusty, so now it's all nice and clean. I've got 3.5-inch instead of 5.25. Screen's been cleaned, so it's all looking nice. I've used the case screws. I've got plenty, of case screws, but let's have a look. So I've got the, oh, should I peel it off? Peel it off. Anyway, so yeah, it's looking so much better. There's the exhaust fan, looking nice and silver. I was thinking I probably should have masked this off. I was thinking maybe drilling these out, putting new ones in, and just respraying this as well, maybe in future. But here we go. So I've got some new fillers there as well as required. So I've just got the floppy, external floppy, parallel port, and MDA. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy. It's totally impractical because it's too heavy and bulky. Financially irresponsible because yeah, it's I won't get my money back on this, but yeah, certainly a labour of love. So so far so good. All right, I'm back quickly. So I had to think about it, and I realised that I had put the Terminator on that drive. Originally didn't have the Terminator because it was drive 0, and I was going to, but it wasn't working properly, so I was going to swap the drives around. So I moved the Terminator over, but of course I decided to use, so I'm using drive 0, the original 5.25 as drive 2, or drive 1, sorry. So it should not have the Terminator on. So I removed the Terminator, and I'm not really too happy with my cable either. So this is the original IBM floppy cable. So I'm going to add, I'm just basically going to chop this last one off. So I'm pretty sure, so that's pin 1 on that side. So it's going to plug in like that. So I'm going to just chop that. So I'm pretty sure that should all be good. Good. So I'll clamp, well, I can't really clamp it because it's too close. Problem is I've got to do it close so that I don't have to worry about the twist there, but I might just do the vise for this one, to be honest. Yeah, let's get the vise. So now is I've reused the original cable, but I've replaced the terminating, well, that one with an IDC connector, so hopefully kind of fits a bit better like that, as well as removing the terminator, so hopefully they both still work. Let's see. Right, there we go. Hopefully this works now. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today. I think I've done something wrong. I fixed the terminator. So there's no terminator on this. Can't do anything with this one. So it checks A, checks B. And it's got the hard drive, but I think something's messed up now. What 601 is that? Floppy controller? So it can see DOS, but now I'm getting a whole lot of errors, like the DOS directory doesn't exist anymore, so I don't know what it's done. So yeah, I think I might get the compact flash card out of my portable PC and put it into this one. Yeah, so then it can't find the command interpreter. So I don't know, I started trying to run diagnostics and it just sat there, and then after that, so I powered it off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Powered it back on and now it's not working. Bloody amateur. So yeah, it continues. Time for a drink.